Hello everybody, my name is Laurie. I'm a mascara makeup artist. In this video I'm going to talk a little bit about mascara makeup. If you've ordered the makeup, you've either had a color match from me in person or I've done a color match for you online and you filled out that jot form. And I'm just going to show you how your makeup's going to come, how to assemble it, and then how to apply it for that first time if you're a beginner using mascara makeup. If you do want to be color matched from me after watching this video, I have a link to that jot form down below that you can fill out and we can get you started and get your perfect color match. So when your makeup comes, it's going to come in a little box and you're going to open it. They always have the cutest packaging. It does have a few instructions on here. There's always cute things that they say on their boxes on the inside. So you're going to get your compact. The size of your compact will depend on how many tins you purchase. So the more tins that you purchase, the tins are what your makeup comes in, then the bigger compact you're going to get. So this is the new Sistine palette. It is beautiful. It's probably, well, it is my favorite one that Maskcara has come out with so far. So you're just going to open that up and then you're going to get your tins and you're going to slide them out. And these are magnetic, so they're going to fit and slide right into your compact and they're going to fit in there nice and snug and they're going to really magnetize to your palette. So you're just going to slide in those each individual colors. So if you're just starting out and you want to be like as minimal as you can, this is about as minimal as I would suggest. So 4 shades here. So I will give you a suggestion. I will send you an email of your color match information and I would suggest like a brightener under your eyes, your main highlight color. Mascara calls their foundation highlight, and then the contour shade, and then a lip and cheek color. That would be like the bare minimum that I would suggest starting out with. And purchasing those 4 tins will get you this size of compact for free, which is really nice. If you're just starting out, I would suggest at least 1 brush. These brushes are awesome. They have 2 ends that you can use, and I use both ends on every brush. Every brush they make has 2 ends, and these brushes are made to go along with this cream-based makeup. They just work so well together. So if you're gonna get one, I would get this blush and bronzer brush. It's called the B squared brush. That would be my first suggestion. If you're gonna get 2, I would add the Detail Hack brush. So this one just is really nice for applying contour under your cheekbone and then along here along your nose. But you can also get that effect with this brush as well, but I would suggest these 2 if you're gonna buy 2. Another brush that I really love, all their brushes are great, but I'm just gonna mention my top 3 here. So this is the 30-second hack brush, and it's really nice for applying the highlight color too, and it's got a really nice domed end that I like to use for contour as well. So I love this brush too. So these are my top 3 that I would suggest. But if you just get one, get the B squared brush. Okay, so Maskcara has a brush cleaner, and so you might order that, and I'm just going to show you how to use that really quickly. It should be back in stock by the end of this month, I'm hoping, or July. It is the best brush cleaner I have ever used. I hardly ever used to wash my brushes because I was always in a hurry getting ready, and then I didn't want to take the time to wash them, and you have to wash them in the morning because then you want them to be dry by the time you use them for the next morning. And so I never had time, and so I didn't wash them because I didn't want to wash them before because then I can't get ready. So anyway, it was such a pain and I never washed them. But this is so amazing. It kills the bacteria in your brushes and then it dries right then and there. It has oils that protect your brushes as well. So you can use it right away, right before you do your makeup, and still be able to use your brush. So it's so nice. I love it. So I'm just going to show you how to use that real quickly. So you're going to get a paper towel and you're just going to squirt this on your brush. And then you're going to rub that off on a paper towel and get that really clean there until you don't see any more color coming off of it. And then you're going to move to a new spot, and then you want to make sure you're just still rubbing that pretty well to get any of that like brush cleaner residue off as much as you can. And that should be pretty good. And I'm going to do that with both sides. And I just wanted to mention that since it will be available soon. In your box will come this card, and it's going to show you exactly where to apply your shades that I have suggested. So that card is super helpful. So we're going to start off using our contour shade. I'm going to just pinch my B squared brush together like this, and then I'm going to come in and just tap in that product just a tiny bit. You don't need a lot. A little bit of this goes a long way. The makeup is really pigmented. So I'm just going to bring it like the card says on the top of my forehead here, coming down. I'm going to leave like this little triangle here because that's where I'm going to put my highlight color. And then I'm going to add a little bit more here on the top. And bring that down. And that just gives me that nice 3D effect. So now I'm gonna bring a little bit more, and I'm gonna come under my cheekbone here. So you wanna bring it, you wanna feel for your cheekbone, and you're just gonna go just under it, okay? And you're gonna bring that, and I'm gonna curve it up a tiny bit, and you only wanna go to like the center of your eye. You don't wanna go any further than that. I have a small face, so I have to be really careful not to bring it like clear over here. But you'll get to know your face structure and where you put it, and then after you've done this for a couple weeks, it'll just be so easy to do. But it's a little different at first. It takes a little bit of getting used to. And then I'm going to blend that up into my cheek a little bit. And I can blend that more when I come back and do my blush, because it's all going to blend together. But that gives me a 3D look. It looks a little scary now, but just wait till the end till I've done blending that in. And I'm just going to show you this detail hack brush on the other side of my face, and this one I just dip in straight in. It does apply a little differently, and I do kind of like it. I guess I'll add a little bit more up here. I'll get some off my brush here before I blend that top in, because I forgot I already put some there. Okay, so you're just going to blend that up into your cheek, and again I'm going to curve up slightly, and I'm actually going to do this on this side too, because this brush is so much better for that. Okay, gonna get this blended in. Another good thing about this makeup, it's very, very forgiving, so if you get a lot on like that, you can just blend it in and you won't even be able to tell. It's so nice. Okay, so that's starting to give my face more dimension. So I'm going to add a little bit of this to the side of my nose. This is kind of optional. I do like to do it. I have been doing it a little bit more than I used to. Who doesn't want to slim their nose? I do. Okay. So I'm going to add that there on the nose. And then I like to do it under my chin. It's one of my favorite places to add contour. And you really don't need a ton of product. I am barely tapping in, you guys. And it gets me just enough. Okay. I think I've got that where I want it. I'm going to blend this all in with the other makeup, so don't worry. Okay, so I'm going to come back. I don't need to like clean this brush or anything. It's okay. I'm going to come in with my main highlight color. So again, I'm going to squeeze that brush and I'm going to tap into the product there. And I'm just going to dot that on my face where I want it. So on the high points, I'm going to go up here on my cheekbones. I'm going to go here on the center of my forehead and down my nose, the center of my nose. And then I'm going to get a little bit more and I'm going to tap it on in these areas here. And then I'm going to tap a little bit here. Okay, so now that I have it on the places that I want it, I'm going to come in and just lightly blend that together. And I don't need to put color here necessarily because I am going to be putting my blush there. You can if you want though, but I like to keep as little layers as possible because that's the point of this makeup and it's so amazing. I'm going to blend this into that contour. And I'm going to blend this into the contour up here. And I'm going to blend in my chin. And I'm going to blend down my nose. I can even use this detail hack brush to kind of blend down my nose, which is nice. And I like to get around here too because this is where I have redness. And your highlight color, if you have a lot of redness in your skin, there are products that you can use for mascara. There's different colors to kind of cancel it out. And a lot of our highlight colors are made to cover redness. If I see that you have redness, there will be a certain color that I suggest that kind of counteracts that, which is really, really nice. I don't have a ton of redness. I have a little bit through here. Sometimes I will put like a dab of contour color on that just to smooth out the tone. It's such a cool trick. But today I'm just going to show you how to do like this like minimal application. So now I'm going to come in and I want to brighten up my eyes. I do have a little bit of corrector that I applied there before. I have really intense dark circles, and so I do like to cover that with a product that I've been using for years. I don't have it here, but I will put a link to it down below. But I'm going to tap in to this brightening shade. So this is a shade I will suggest to brighten under your eyes. It's just nice to have a little bit of brightener, and I'm just barely tapping into that. And then barely tapping it into the corner here. And you can see already that that's really going to give me a bright look. And I can even bring that here and here and just brighten up those areas. And then I'm just going to kind of blend that with this brush very lightly. If you push too hard and blend this, you're just going to wipe it away. So it's very important to do this gently. Gentle hand. I think I have that all blended fairly well. I might blend this a little bit more. And as you can see, this top needs to be blended, but that's okay. I'm going to come in with my blush, my lip and cheek color, and blend that. And this one is Pink Grapefruit. And I'm just going to tap into that. And I'm going to start in the middle because I don't want to be super intense here. I'm going to blend it out this way and blend it out that way. So I'm going to tap here. These are super intense. Some are more intense than others. Okay, so then I'm going to take that and blend that up to like my temple. Being careful to not get in this area here. You want to leave that bright. I'm going to tap and get a little bit more. Just looking in this mirror here because it's easier for me to see. And you're going to blend that into your contour shade and up. And then I'm kind of tapping to smooth it out. And then I'm going to use this end to just buff that. And I love this big fluffy end for like just melding everything together. Start in the center and then tap it out both ways. And then I'm going to blend into my contour and then up to my temple. And then sometimes I like to come along, I'm going to use this brush because I really like how it fits right here in this area. I'm just going to make sure I've got my highlight color how I want it. Okay, so that's the application of those 4 colors. If you did get the Bella bronzer, which I would suggest because the bronzer is just amazing. It just gives you a beautiful glow to your skin. I like to use this in the winter. I like to use it in the summer. I haven't been using it a lot lately because I am a little bit tanner, but I am going to show you how to use that today. So you're going to tap in. You don't need hardly any of this product at all. I'm like lightly tapping in. And I'm just going to put this on like the high points of my face, and I'm just going to warm up my skin a little bit with this. And a little bit goes a long way. I'm just lightly blending that in. I'm going to do just a teeny bit more. But it does. It just gives you that nice glow. And then it's going to go on the tops of your cheeks. Just a tiny bit. I'm just going to tap it on and then blend. And I really just love the warmth that gives. So nice. I love the bronzer so much. And I just use like a tiny bit. I don't want a lot. I don't want to look like super bronze and crazy. But I just love it. So once you're finished with your 4 colors, the 4 minimum that I would suggest, you're going to come in and you're going to use your setting spray. So mascara has a setting spray, and again, that should be back in stock soon. But while we've been waiting for it, I've just been using this Urban Decay All-Nighter. This one is more expensive and not as good, but it's a good alternative while we're waiting. I'm just going to go ahead and spray my face, but with the Stay Spray, you want to make sure you get that. I will notify you guys on Instagram when that comes back in stock. I usually do that on Insta stories, so make sure to follow that because I know when this comes back in stock and the brush cleaner comes back in stock, they're going to go super quick. Okay, so I'm just going to spray this. You're just going to get a good coverage. I also like to use the setting spray really quickly as a primer underneath my makeup when I start, but you don't have to necessarily do that step, but it is a step I like to take. So I usually do the setting and then all the colors and then the setting spray again. Okay, so now that has had a chance to set, it gives you a nice sheen. The Stay Spray even gives you a more amazing sheen, but I do like to just put a powder on some of the areas just to set the cream makeup a little bit. A cheap option for powder is this Coty Airspray Spun. Mascara also has one called Vanilla Dust, which is pretty good. The one that I'm really loving, which is a little bit more expensive, is Kat Von D Lock It in transparent. You want to get a transparent one because one that is not transparent can oxidize your makeup and change the color of it. So this one is so light and good, and I really like to use it. It's my favorite. I'm just gonna get a little powder on my brush and then swirl it in the lid here. You'll see a little bit flying. But then I'm going to come in here and just set a little bit under my eyes. And then on my forehead, I really don't want a shiny forehead. The tops of my cheeks. And then down here, kind of in that T-zone. I'm a little bit older, so I don't want to like mattify my whole face, just because I think that matte look doesn't look so good on us ladies who are a little bit more mature, but I do like to use it to set under here. Okay, so now you're going to come in, if you ordered an illuminator, you're going to use that, and that's not included in this quad with the 4, just so you know. But I'm going to tap that on the tops of my cheeks here with my finger. You can also do it with a brush, but I just like to do it with a finger sometimes. And then I'm going to do the other side, just on the really high points of my cheekbone, so almost on the top of that bone. And then I like to do some here and here. That gives such a pretty glow to your skin. It makes it look more youthful, and it's one of my favorite things. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to use the same shade on my lips, and I'm going to just blend that in with my finger. Also use a brush. I'm going to dip into a little bit of the Bella bronzer, and I'm going to like, oh, this is so intense, and I'm just going to like tone it down a little bit. That's what's so nice about these products, is you can like use them for different things. They're like all interchangeable. That's a little better, a little less intense. I really like that, but then it still kind of coordinates with the blush. Okay, that was it. It's going to take a little bit of practice, so just keep practicing. Remember, less is more. You don't have to use a lot of product. I hope that was helpful. If you're watching this and you're curious about mascara makeup, you can leave me any messages down below to ask me any questions. You can DM me on Instagram, or if you want a color match from me, you can fill out that jot form like I mentioned before down below. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for joining me. We'll see you later. Bye.